ABBA, I Am the City. I don't even think I've heard of this ABBA song before tonight. I don't remember anybody recommending it. Is this one like more of a quote-unquote deep cut? I'll be honest as an ABBA fan and say that I just heard this song once. Okay, so I'll say it's a deep cut then. I Am the City was intended to be on ABBA's 1982 canceled album. That song was released 12 years later. Okay, in a compilation album. Oh, so it's kind of like a B-side or a bonus song. There we go, glasses on. Anyways, on to ABBA, I Am the City, Deep Cuts Edition. Those synths are reminiscent of The Visitor, or Visitors. New York City. I'm gonna pause it for a second. So far, this one is. I say this every ABBA song, I feel like, but I feel like this one is just a lot different than some of the previous ones. This one actually might be working up to be one of my favorites. I think what that depends on, though, is how the rest of the song goes, if there's a little bit more variation. But so far, I'm liking the vocal, I guess I'm just going to say vocal effect that they're using. I like the synths. Again, they're kind of like the one ABBA song, Visitors. I think I definitely like this more than the last ABBA song I heard. Just looking at recent songs, I definitely like this one so far more than Eagle. Maybe not as much as Happy. I thought Eagle was the last one I listened to, but I forgot I listened to Happy New Year after that. I think I might like Happy New Year more as of now. I still have another few minutes. I might like this one more than Summer Night City. The studio version of that one I didn't like very much relative to at least the live version. Oh, and before that was Money, Money, Money. That feels like, oh, that was a long time ago. That was 6 months ago. I forgot there's a 3-month gap between two of my reactions. Maybe this one isn't one of my favorites. I forgot how many bangers there are that I really liked. Okay, well, we'll see though. I still have another couple of minutes. Went back a little bit. I like how thumpy this one is. I love when they do that. I like that part so much. I am the city. Now that's a nostalgic voice, whatever. You let me be. I am the city. The got a classic fade out. Okay, cool. That was just a really, really fun song. Like, it just felt very high energy, very consistent throughout. I liked all the vocal effects, and again, I was trying to say it earlier, but I just couldn't think of what I was trying to say for some reason. But there's like some like vocal effect used to kind of pan their voices from side to side that was used a lot in older music. So it's like, I was saying that's super nostalgic to me just because it was so common, and there's so many songs that I've heard that have had that and used that in the past. Also, I think that this song, it's either just about like a big city in general, but I want to say it's about New York City specifically because they mention melting pot. And at least in America, when you hear melting pot, like here, you just think of the United States, because in all of our like books and stuff, we've always been told the United States is a melting pot of people, since people from all around the world would come to New York to live in the United States. So yeah, of course, first thing I think of melting pot when they're talking about a city is these people from around the world going up to New York City, which I don't know, that seems like it'd be a cool premise for a song, but it could just be talking about regular cities anyways, because honestly, any big city is going to be a melting pot. Usually you'll find people from all over around the world in major cities. That's why you get things like Chinatown. But yeah, overall, I really like this song. Again, I was looking at like the older songs and I'm not sure if this is one of my favorites or not, because I forgot some of these like absolute bangers that I heard before. Like when I'm looking at it, Mamma Mia, I really, really like that one. Dancing Queen, Gimme Gimme Gimme. Those are just a few that I really, really liked. And I think all those ones are still a little better than this one. This one definitely beats out Eagle for me. When I look back at all the songs, I think Knowing Me, Knowing You, Eagle, and Summer Night City are probably my least favorite three. So I think it probably beats out those three. But there's just so many other ones that it's on par with, if not just slightly worse, just because I like them so much. But that's crazy though, because this is like quote unquote a deep cut, or like more or less a B-side, since it didn't make it onto any album other than the compilation one. I mean, granted, you guys were saying it came from a discontinued album, one that never came out, but even then I feel like it's safe to call it a B-side. So it's crazy that it sounded this good. But yeah, overall I like that one. This song is very ABBA. It does, well, I feel like I can't say that. Like, I want to agree, but at the same time, there's so many, I guess it does just kind of feel like an amalgamation of different things that I've heard in other ABBA songs throughout my journey through the rabbit hole, as a lot of the commenters will call it. Because, like, I can picture some things, again, The Visitors for sure. I'm trying to think of, like, other parts of other songs that would fit pretty well. I mean, a lot of the other elements in the song are just common throughout, like, obviously all of the, like, synchronizing voices that's in, like, every ABBA song. It's a shame they didn't finish that album. Yeah, I would like to hear more songs from it if they existed, because this is definitely it's not like a super different sound, but it's still feels like there's some pretty drastic changes versus some of their stuff from the previous album. Or from, I say previous album since this was never an album, I guess it's just their last album before the one that just came out a few years ago. It makes you wonder how many songs they made that weren't released that would be B-sides. Because when I've heard about like songs, even like if you think of somebody like Juice WRLD, if you're familiar with him at all, I think he had like thousands of songs that were like B-sides that he just didn't release, or he just didn't release them yet, which is just crazy to me. And then there's artists that I listen to that like every now and then they'll release a song, or a song will get leaked that like you find out is a B-side and you're like, what? How is this a B-side?